What in the world? What in the world? What in the world? What's going on with everybody tonight? It's your boy Big Low Kuntry. Y'all already know what time it is. We get together, we chop it up like this all the time. Tonight, we're actually gonna get up and we're gonna do our Saturday night pep rally. So, for everybody who's not used to seeing us, but basically what we do on that Saturday night pep rally is we sit around and we just talk about sports. We talk about football, basketball, whatever y'all want us to talk about. And then moving forward, what we would do is we just break down and we would get everybody's opinions. So look, for everybody out there that doesn't know me, my name is Big Low Kuntry. I'm just an old country boy that loves to sit around and talk about sports. I apologize. My camera's acting up on me. Technical difficulties. I apologize. So look, I had to change it up a little bit. I had to use my backup camera. Had to stay ready so I had to get ready. But I want to shout out everybody that's chilling out with us tonight. Much love to everybody. My homeboy Jay in the Bay says congratulations, Big Low, on hitting 1,000 subscribers. Amazing achievement. Thank you so much, family. I definitely appreciate that, fam. I definitely appreciate that. Coach Ronnie, she's actually putting together a celebration show. So we can actually celebrate this crazy achievement, man, with 1,000 subscribers. So I appreciate that. We're gonna be doing some giveaways when we do that celebration show. So look, if you don't got that notification bell hit, make sure that you hit that notification bell, and we're gonna have a great time. Also, Steve says, "Hey there, Big Low Kuntry. Congrats! Much love to you, family. I really appreciate it. Much love to you. Much love to you." So I want to chop it up with everybody tonight about our tight ends. We got two tight ends that they're actually working with tight end from my homeboy Jay and the Bay's team. They're working with George Kittle at Tight End University. So I don't know if y'all have heard of it. This has been going on for a while. Basically, the tight ends, they get together and they help advance each other's skills, teach them the fundamentals of playing the position in the NFL. They also, it's beneficial for everybody because, think about it. If George Kittle teaches Kyle Pitts how to be a better tight end, it's not going to do nothing but get George Kittle more money down the road. You know what I'm saying? So it's the perfect scenario. If they could build the value of that position, it's not going to do nothing but help everybody else. So it's actually genius. It's actually genius. Definitely. Dre, what's going on, Dre Murphy? We feeling good on this Saturday night, Bo. I worked this morning. I did a little bit of overtime this morning for the job, and I ain't done nothing since. So I'm feeling pretty good now. What's going on, Coach Ronnie? The thing about Ronnie, she's a sweet old girl. Lord have mercy. Xavier said, Big Low, let's get it. Let's go. And don't worry, Coach, it's Saturday night. So you allow more water. Okay, look, I appreciate that, Coach, because I was gonna get to it, but I was gonna get to it. So what's in my cup is in my cup. Now it might be water, it might be moonshine, but if you see me smiling, that means I'm happy to see you, bro. Woo, boy, that's a good one. That's a good one. Mr. Dirty, much love to you, fam. Much love to you, Mr. Dirty Bird. Definitely. So, it's one of those cases. I just want to chop it up about, this whole situation that we got with these two tight end sets. We're probably going to be running some end sets in Atlanta. So I just want to talk about how it's going to affect the team. I hear a lot of people saying a lot of great things about Kyle Pitts. Look, I want everybody and Jay in the Bay and Steven, and everybody else, you don't have to be a Falcons fan to acknowledge this. Let's just be completely honest. Look, we got a new coach in Atlanta, and we got a rookie in Atlanta that has some very high expectations. Everybody and their mama talking about what they think they're going to do. Everybody's talking about what they think they're going to do, but I'm just letting you know that we ain't seen nothing yet, boy. You got to show me the baby. Coach Ronald said, welcome, Miss Dirty Bird. Definitely, Miss Dirty Bird. Thank you so much for chilling out with us. Everybody in the chat, y'all make sure that y'all welcome Miss Dirty Bird to the chat. Y'all know that we show our country Southern hospitality. But yeah, man, you got to show me the baby. I'm sorry. I'm one of those people where, you know, I hear people talking about, oh man, Arthur Smith, he's going to do this and he's going to do that. Our play calling with Arthur Smith is going to be completely different. First of all, I want everybody to know how coaches' rooms work. So Arthur Smith, he was a great offensive coordinator in Tennessee, but we have to remember that Arthur Smith's not going to be the offensive coordinator in Atlanta, because the name that everybody's forgetting about is Doug Ragone. That's your offensive coordinator. That's your offensive coordinator. Arthur Smith got all kinds of other things to worry about. He got to worry about clock management. He has to worry about scheduling practices. He has to worry about he got to worry about the player personnel, keeping everybody happy, keeping up with injuries. He has to worry about who's going to sub. He has to worry about all kinds of other things. So calling plays should be the last thing that he needs to worry about. If you look at it, successful coaches in the NFL, let's be honest, successful coaches in the NFL, those guys, they don't call plays. They don't call plays. Do you see Mike Tomlin calling plays? You don't see it. The guys that are calling plays, those are the guys that are about to lose their job. You were about to lose your, that's those guys. Let's be Dan Quinn. He started calling the plays. He lost his job. I mean, we've seen it over and over. Chip Kelly, he had to call his own plays. He lost his job. Everybody, so we have to remember, if we want Arthur Smith to be successful, y'all need to dial back your expectations. The man can't do everything. The coaches that try to do everything in the NFL, that just doesn't work for them. That doesn't work for them. Some people might say, well, look, Coach Andy Reid, he calls his own plays. You see Andy Reid with the play sheet, but he'll be the first to tell you that Eric Bieniemy is talking in the headphones as well. He's calling the plays. Andy Reid's looking over it, but Andy Reid has a lot of other things that he needs to worry about as well, man. Definitely. Miss Dirty Bird said she done been here before. She just be quiet sometimes. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Miss Dirty Bird. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I just appreciate you being here. Jarvis, what in the world, bro? What's going on with you, fam? Hope you doing good tonight, man, on a Saturday night, like Coach Dre said. How you doing on this Saturday night? Oh, man. But, you know, so it's one of those cases everybody's talking about how Arthur Smith is going to make such this huge difference. And everybody's getting naked for Arthur Smith, you know, because he's saying, oh, man, we're going to be running these 2 tight end sets, and he's just going to be calling plays to get people open. Well, look, I just want to make sure that y'all know this. Arthur Smith is in charge of the team. He's not in charge of the offense. He might have his hand on the offense, but he's not going to be in charge of the offense. Raymond Elder, what in the world, Bo? So it's one of those cases where when everybody's talking about these 2 tight end sets, let's hope that that's something that Doug Ragone is trying to implement. We know that Arthur Smith was a tight ends coach. And like I said, I think that he's going to have a heavy influence on the player personnel, on what sets are coming on the field. But when it comes to actually calling the plays, what play gets called in, because like I said, I've been in the coaching room and I've also been up top of the skybox. And there's so many things going on. That's why I give so much credit to the quarterback, because the quarterback, look, he's looking calm, and he's looking like, you know, they're just calling the play in. No, coaches, they're yelling at each other over the headphones and all kind of stuff. At the end of the day, one guy has to make that decision. So I know that we're all getting excited about these 2 tight end sets, but we don't know exactly what it's going to be yet. Now, look, the fact that we got these 2 tight ends going to tight end university, you know, I think it's a beautiful thing. Hayden Hurst, you know, for everybody that knows me, I know that Hayden Hurst is my guy. I love Hayden Hurst. I love the way that he attacks the game. If I could put a tight end together, that would be my guy. Red hair and everything. Of course, he wasn't successful last year, but we got to look at the play calling. Hayden Hurst also made some mistakes himself. Now let's acknowledge that. Hayden Hurst messed up a little bit too as well. So look, it's one of those cases where you got him and you got Kyle Pitts, who we hadn't seen nothing of. For anybody out there that's went for anybody out there who went to eat at a restaurant, you seen something on the menu, it looked good, you tasted it, you didn't like it. Now you got to deal with it. Let's hope that's not the case with Kyle Pitts, man. Let's hope that moving forward is not going to be the case where it's like, oh man, I thought this was going to be something. Thought this was going to be something else. Oh man, Molly Mall, we got a Molly Mall hater alert. Molly Mall hater alert. Molly Mall said both of y'all tight ends will get shut down by the man. Come on, bro. Come on, Molly Mall. See, you caught it. You came in here naked. Everybody was in here fully clothed and everything. Here come Molly Mall coming in here naked. Like what in the world? Oh man. But and look, Coach Drake, he'll tell you if anybody get naked for anybody, Coach Drake, he get naked with Kyle Pitts because he's been calling it ever since January. We were getting Kyle Pitts. So you got to give Coach credit. But the fact that we got these two tight end sets coming, hopefully, because like I said, we got to remember Arthur Smith might not be the guy, but you got to, first of all, you got to give Kyle Pitts the maturity to go to this, to go to this deal, because you got to think moving forward, a lot of these guys, they trained on their own before the draft, and they want to learn the offenses and learn how to read these defenses and everything. But the fact that he took time out of his schedule to go to this tight end university, you got to give him credit, man. You got to give him credit. That's an example of somebody who's working on their craft. That's the perfect example of somebody who's working on their craft, bro. Somebody can be on YouTube and say, oh man, I want to be a great YouTuber. But they don't work on their craft. So they can have all the talent in the world, but if they don't work on their craft, it don't make no difference. That could be anything. I want to be a great bicycle rider. Well, it don't make no difference if you ride a motorcycle everywhere you go. Oh, Coach Odyssey said, what's up, big bro? So cold, low. I've been on the road for 14 hours driving from Wyoming to Wisconsin. I've been listening to you. Never been able to type. Hey, man. Well, look, I hope and pray that you stay safe on that road, Coach Odyssey. You drive safely, brother, and I hope that you're enjoying the show. Oh, and I thank you so much for the congratulations, Coach. Much love to you. Like I said, we're going to be doing the celebration show. Pretty soon, Coach Ron is putting it together. We're going to be doing giveaways and everything else. So y'all make sure that you click that notification bell so you know exactly, when we're going to be getting down with the down. Oh, man. Z said, dude is unreal, bro. Look, we seen the highlights. We've all seen the highlights. But let's acknowledge the fact that, there's a lot of guys who we've seen the highlights in college. They looked unreal in college, and when they get to the NFL, it doesn't pan out the same way. I think Kyle Pitts is going to translate great. Don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is, Falcons fans, we need to see it first, because if we've gotten a time machine, if we were on Quantum Leap right now and we went back in time, what is it? 5 years, 6 years, and you remember how everybody was getting naked about Dan Quinn coming to the Atlanta Falcons? Everybody's like, oh, man, Dan Quinn, he's going to have us right, man. We haven't been able to get to the quarterback. And look where we're at now. Look where we're at now. So everybody's saying the same thing about Arthur Smith. It's like I've seen people literally get naked for Arthur Smith and do cartwheels, bro. people doing hot yoga naked for Arthur Smith. I'm like, man, the guys only ran like a few mini camp practices. Like we hadn't even had a chance to go to training camp yet. And people were like, man, and that's the thing. Arthur Smith, he's just gonna run the ball down your throat. Now, like we haven't seen anything. We hadn't seen anything. So, it's one of those cases where we need to, wait and see how it unfolds. That's something that Coach Roney always tells me. Everything that I want to do in life, Coach Roney said, Coach, wait, see how it unfolds. I said, Coach Roney, I'm ready to get a new truck. Let's go. I got the money right here. Like, no, Coach, let's wait, see how it unfolds. But so the thing is that moving forward, it's exciting. Like it's definitely exciting because we don't know what we're going to get. I'm excited about it. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited to see what is going to happen. I know for doggone show it's going to be different than what happened before. I know that if it's an onside kick, we'll probably fall on the ball. I know that. Oh man. Oh, what in the world, Coach Odyssey? You better be careful, man. Don't be falling in no valleys out there, Bo. We need you safe, Coach. We need you safe. You can't be falling in no valleys now. Oh man. Now, like look, Jamal Kelce, he's saying Matt Ryan is going to give the Saints defense more gifts than Christmas. Come on, Bo. The only gifts we're going to be giving y'all is L's. Jameis Winston going to be like, man, y'all got my order wrong, man. I ordered W's. I was trying to eat the W's. I didn't want no L's. Well, that's all you finna get, James. Devon, what's going on, Bo? Hey, man, from what I'm seeing so far, the coaching staff doing pretty good. Coaching staff, how y'all doing? Y'all make sure that y'all let Coach Devon know how y'all doing tonight. Y'all make sure y'all let Coach know how y'all doing. Z, what's good with you, fam? What's good with you? Look, it's a Saturday night pet rally. Y'all know how it is. We get together. We talk about this Saturday night pet rally. We talk about anything that y'all want to talk about. I figured that we hadn't talked about no Atlanta Falcons in a while with these crazy Hawks playoffs going on, and I've been fiending to talk about it. I've been ready to go, Bo. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Coach Terrell Artist 404 before the stream on the phone. I said, "Look, Coach, I just don't know, Bo. I'm how people get, whenever they be feeding something. I'm like, man, you start scratching the head. I'm like, man, dang, Coach, I'm just ready for some football, man. I don't know what to do, man." My homeboy Coach Tony Wright, he said Arthur Smith plus Matt Ryan's equal lots of wins. Yes. So we know what Matt Ryan's capable of. So all we can do at this point in time, coaches, is just deductive reasoning, right? That's all we can do because we know what Matt Ryan is capable of. We also know moving forward that it's one of those cases where Matt Ryan was successful in a system like this that Kyle Shanahan ran. So he was successful in a similar system. So with that being said, we can assume there's going to be a lot of wins. We could assume. Now, everybody mama told him what assume, what you do when you assume. But we got to remember that it hadn't happened yet. We hadn't seen anything, guys. We got to make sure that we don't put the carriage before the horse, Bo. You know what I'm saying? We can't jump to conclusions. Because you know what happens when you jump to conclusion, coaches? Whenever you start jumping to conclusions, that's whenever you get your feelings hurt. Think about it. After the Super Bowl, we was all caught up in the moment. We lost the Super Bowl in a terrible fashion. We was hurting. But the consolation prize in our minds was, well, look, we're gonna bring it back, we're gonna run it back, and we're gonna go to the Super Bowl next year and win. With that being said, whenever we didn't go to the Super Bowl the next year and win, it compounded. It made it hurt even more. You see what I'm saying? So we made it to the playoffs. You know, a lot of times, you know, teams that lose the Super Bowl don't make it to the playoffs. We made it to the playoffs, so we said, "Oh man, you know that was an oddity. We'll be back next year stronger than ever, and we're going to win." 7-9. Ooh, man, we had a lot of injuries. Let's run it back. 0-5. Ooh, that's when it hurts. That's when it hurts. Coach Wilder said, Big Low, Matt was also successful under the Mike Mularkey system too. Yes. Matt was very successful on that Mike Mularkey system, running multiple tight ends, having tackles come in and report eligible. Because y'all know just like I do. If you went to those games in the old Georgia Dome back in the day when Mike Mularkey was the offensive coordinator, almost every drive you'll hear number 75 has reported eligible. Number 75 has reported eligible. And then you look at line scrimmage, it's like a jumbled mess. You're like, man, boy, we got a lot of boys down there. Roddy White just lined up out wide in the X. Like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. They say, first down, Tony Gonzalez. Like, what in the world? Mr. Motivator. What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, fam? Hope you're doing good tonight, man. Hope you're doing good tonight. We just want to come on and chop it up about this whole situation that we're hearing about, these tight end sets that we're going to be running, and Hayden Hurst and Kyle Pitts actually going to tight end university. I'm loving that, Bo. I'm loving that. Stu, what's good with you, fam? Hope you're doing good. My homeboy Jay in the Bay, he said, are the Falcons beating the 49ers this year? Man, Coach. Dang, Coach Jay, you just asking. See, Coach Jay, why you asking us questions we already know the answer to? Coach Jay asked these questions we already know the answer to. Come on, Jay. You know the Falcons go whoop up on the San Francisco 49ers, Bo. We ain't worried about San Francisco. I hope we beat San Francisco. Oh, man. You know it's all love, Coach Jay. You know it's all love, man. And you already know, well, if you would like to, Coach Jay in the Bay, I would definitely like to link up with you, before that game happens. I think that the coaching staff and your subscribers will have a great time with that one. Oh, Coach Odyssey said the Ravens are the most superior bird in the NFL. Changed my mind. Well, see, and this right here is exactly what I'm talking about, Coach Odyssey. Whenever we talk about the NFL, we always go into it making assumptions. That's the beauty of being on the coaching staff, because look, we can go off of what happened last year. Last year, the Ravens were the most dominant bird in the NFL. I agree with you. This is a whole nother season. You got new coaches, new personnel, new schemes. Players are going to be hurt. So look, it's one of those situations where we legitimately have to acknowledge that whenever it's over, whenever you start the season off and you're 0-0, and me as a coach, as a player, last year I ain't even worried about it. Like, that was a thing of the past. Let's go. I'm worried about today. What have you done for me lately, Eddie? What's going on, Terror Artist 404? Much love to you, Bo. Hope you're doing good tonight, family. Hope you're doing good tonight. Now, I know that another thing that a lot of people are talking about with this whole two tight end set situation, they're saying, well, look, Coach, is Calvin really ready to be the guy? Is Calvin really legitimately that dude now? And I know that a lot of coaches, y'all know my stance on this whole situation. This whole Calvin really, oh man, he's not as physical. Look, at the end of the day, for him not to be that physical, let's acknowledge the fact that he caught a lot of red zone touchdowns. A lot of people see, what happens whenever a player has the ball, and talk about how players don't want to get hit. First of all, if you're playing in the NFL, Let's acknowledge the fact. First of all, if you play football in the SEC as a wide receiver and you're playing in the NFL now, you're not scared of contact. You might not take contact as much as other people, but you're not scared of contact. Let's acknowledge that. I need to stop comparing Calvin Ridley to Julio Jones. Like, come on. Don't compare the F-350 to the Toyota Tacoma. Like, we can't do it. We can't do it. Calvin Ridley's not big as Julio. Calvin Ridley's not as strong as Julio. Calvin Ridley is a heck of a wide receiver. Calvin Ridley is a top 10 wide receiver in this league. So, look, I'm not worried about that. Oh, man. Let me see here. Jay in the base said, was Kyle Pitts at tight end university camp? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, he was. Yes, Kyle Pitts was there and Hayden Hurst were there. Was there as well. So they both were there. So I'm definitely excited to see, because there's certain things that you learn at that camp to specialize for tight ends. For anybody who had the chance to check out the film study that we did just the other day about Kyle Pitts and Hayden Hurst, it was basically talking about how Arthur Smith got them the ball in space, and there were just some small things that Jonnu Smith did. Like, he fully engaged, fully extended his arms, and did shed, but whenever he shed, he actually passed the block off a little bit. So he could have released to the left to pop his hips open, but instead he released to the right. While he released to the right, he legitimately passed that block off. That's something that you learn in tight end university. Just small things like that to help take your game to the next level and, help the team function a lot better. So, I'm excited about it, man. Whenever I heard that he was at tight end at TEU, I was excited because, look, Jay and the Bear tell you, it's obviously working for George Kittle. Oh, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy. Coach Odyssey said, I'm just saying they are superior and the ones with the most wins are still probably losing in the first round. He talking about the Ravens. Oh, man. What's good, Jamar? What's going on with you, Coach? Hope you're doing pretty good today, man. Hope you're doing good today. Coach Dirty Bird said, you didn't just call red Toyota Tacoma. Good Lord, Big Low. No, I ain't calling red Toyota Tacoma. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that, man. Oh, man. Now, let me see here. I'm just taking a look. Now, I also see that. Oh, yeah. So Mr. Motivator, he asked me, he said, so is Calvin really going to step up? Yes, I think he is. Like, a lot of people are forgetting that Calvin really has been stepping up. How many games did Julio Jones miss last year? Like 9. And, he was only out on the field, just to jump rope for a couple of plays in 3 or 4 of those games. Like, Julio Jones didn't give us like his all last year. So Calvin really, he had a Pro Bowl caliber season, and Julio Jones wasn't there most of the time. I think Calvin really will step up very well. Also, don't forget, like, everybody's kind of forgetting that Olamide Zaccheaus was balling out before he got hurt. He was averaging 100 yards a game. So look, we got to acknowledge what these guys can do. Your boy Russell Gage, he's crazy now. Russell Gage, he tried to jump over about anything. But look, I mean, he's a ball. He made some great catches last year too. Then you got Frank Darby, New Jersey kid coming in trying to ball out. And then you add your guy like a Kyle Pitts, who, a lot of people say he has a skill set like Julio Jones. 6'5", 245. Got them knuckle draggers. His arm so long, his knuckles dragging the ground. Oh man, I forgot about the Soldier Boy Bow Wow versus the Night. Oh man. Coach Odyssey said, I gotta go. Gotta get back on the road. Got done eating a Domino's buffalo chicken sandwich. Same as usual. Hey, haven't had it in a week and a half, so give me a break. I said, no, that's what you was eating, Coach. Oh, man, I forgot to ask everybody else, man, what y'all eat? What y'all eat on today, man? What y'all eating on tonight? I forgot to ask y'all that. Me and Coach Roney, we were lazy, so we didn't cook. So we had Popeye's chicken sandwiches. Oh, man. Oh, Stu Ross said he's ready to see what Dean Pease is going to do. Ah, man. You know what? I think I'm more eager to see that instead of seeing the offense, to be completely honest with you. Because I feel like this offense is going to be a mixture of what Kyle Shanahan and Mike Mularkey, what they did. But look, a lot of people are excited because they're saying, oh, well, wait a minute, guys. We're going to be running 3-4 defense a little bit more. Well, look, I don't know if y'all know this, but we were running 3-4 defense pretty consistently last year. We were running that 3-4 defense like it wasn't nobody's business. It might not have looked like a 3-4 defense because they were running over and under schemes. And, sometimes you can't tell who got the hand in the ground, but we were running a lot of 3-4 last year. As a matter of fact, one of these days, we're going to legitimately sit down and talk about that. But we were running a lot of 3-4 defenses last year. Coach Jamar said he had some ribs. Okay, Bo. Now, wait a minute, Jamar. Were they cooked in the oven? Were they smoked on the grill? Or were they grilled? 3 different things. Now, I'm just asking. I'm just asking for security purposes. Oh, man. Coach Wilder said our offense is going to be okay, but we just need a defense to come around and play good. Yes. You definitely right about that, Coach. The defense is the biggest question mark because it's like we got all these pieces. We just got to figure out how to put them together now. Because think about it. Think about it like this. Think about the secondary. So you got Harmon, you got Jalen Hawkins, you got Richie Grant. You got all these guys. Who's to say that they don't run that big nickel? Who's to say they don't do it? Coach Wilder said, Big Low, that was a nickel defense that looked like a 3-4 defense. Okay, Coach. We'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at that pretty soon, Bo. Coach said that was a nickel defense that looked like a 3-4 defense that they were running last year. Okay. Definitely. Coach Jamar said that his uncle made them ribs on the grill. Okay. You couldn't bring Coach Low no ribs, man. I thought we were cool. Just because the Hawks whooped up on your 76ers, you ain't got to be like that, Coach. You could have still brought brother some ribs, just one. Coach J said he had some McDonald's. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Mr. Motivator said, I want to see Kyle Pitts, the Optimus Prime of the team SBC. Hey, man, Kyle Pitts legitimately has a shot to make a difference. And a lot of people are saying, look, it's one of those cases where Kyle Pitts, I'm just being honest with you. He's not in one of those situations where he develops slowly. He's not a develop slowly kind of guy. He's not and look, there are a lot of guys that are taken in the first round who are pass catchers, but they say, okay, we're going to bring him along. Darren Waller, he wasn't taken in the first round, but like he was brought along slowly. He had some substance abuse issues and everything before he finally got with the Raiders and blossomed. And I really feel like Kyle Pitts has a chance to be a more athletic, more dangerous, more explosive Darren Waller. Molly Mall said he ate stewed Big Bird. What in the world? Molly Mall, what's up with this? What's all this hate, Bo? What in the world, Bo? Oh, man. Mr. Motivator said, I hope we do great using different things. Oh yeah. I'm definitely hoping so too. But what my biggest thing that I want to acknowledge is that we just have to acknowledge the fact that it's one of those situations where we can't assume that since things are changing, things are going to be better. You know what I'm saying? Because look, you could be in a terrible situation. You know, you could be in a relationship with somebody who lies all the time. Okay, so you're in a relationship with somebody who lies all the time. You break up with them, you get in a new relationship, you be like, man, I'm just glad it's gonna be better than what it was. Just because it's different, that mean it's better. Because you can get with something, you can leave that person who was lying to you, and then they say, no, you got somebody who's trying to beat you up. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Look, we're used to seeing bad coaches, and we're just used to, we want something different now. We want something different. Stu Rock said, would you rather kick the tires on Ingram or Houston? Oh, man, Ingram or Houston? Well, we got to remember, and Coach Wallace, he'll tell you, Justin Houston from the 9-1 Deuce, Statesboro, Georgia, UGA Bulldog. And to be completely honest with you, I think I'll go with Justin Houston because I feel like he fits this scheme just a little bit better. What is he, like 265, 270, if I'm not mistaken? Got the long arms, so he can run that in. He could he would probably just be in this defense. And yeah, I think that this defense will be perfect for him, and he could kind of mold those guys because let's be honest, Justin Houston has just seen more than Melvin Ingram has seen in his career. And Melvin Ingram, he hadn't played for a while. So I think I'm gonna go with Justin Houston on this. Oh man. Coach Ian said he thinks that the Falcons can take it all the way this year. Hey, I'm hoping so, Coach. I'm hoping that that's the case, Bo. I definitely agree with you, and I'm hoping that I definitely hope that they could kind of take it to another level, man. If they can, just show something different. We'll definitely see what they got going on. Coach Wallace said because you have 5 DBs on the field at the same time, that's a nickel defense. If I'm not mistaken, Coach, I tell you what, whenever you get a chance, go look at my film study that I did on the goal line stand that we did against the Vikings. I can't remember for sure, but I remember looking at some defensive packages that they were running. But I believe it was a 3-4 defense. And if it was a nickel defense and they had those 5 DBs on the field, let me know. Because I'm the first to tell you if I'm wrong, Bo. I know I ain't perfect. Coach Tony Wright said, "What's up, Big Low? What in the world? What in the world, Bo? What's going on with your fam? Hope you're doing good tonight, man. Hope you're doing good tonight." Cinco Mo says, "Low, I want to win some games before no." That man said he want to win some games before November. He want to win some games before we start eating turkey. I agree with you, Coach. I want to win some games too. Coach Dre said that he wants us to get Geno Atkins. Okay. Geno Atkins, man, he's a dog too. Basically, and that's another thing that I wanted to consider as well, guys, is because look, we can't have the broke mentality. And I know that y'all wondering, like, y'all probably like, what you talking about, Coach Lowe, the broke mentality. So basically what I'm saying is that we can't be moving forward. We can't say, okay, well, we got this money now from this Julio Jones contract and it's burning a hole in our pocket. Oh, we need to get somebody. Oh. Like, no, wait, let's calm down. Because a lot of teams are in salary cap situations right now. And it's one of those situations where after training camp and after the preseason, there might be some injuries. So if those injuries come up, we need that emergency fund. I don't know if y'all remember Thomas Dimitroff always talking about that emergency fund. There were a couple of times where it kind of came in handy. So we need to make sure that we don't want to get put in the same situation that we were in before. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to do that. Molly Mall said, Big Low, next time I come to Atlanta, I need to try your ribs, Bo. Man, look, Molly Mall, if you try my ribs, first of all, the first thing you're going to say when you bite into it is that them things are as tender as a mother's love. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go find the person that you love the most in this world, and you just going to go slap them. You just go slap them, Bo. If you ate my ribs, you're going to go find the person that you love the most, and you're going to slap them. And you ain't going to slap them with the front of your hand. You're going to slap them with the back of your hand. Oh man. Ian Miles said was the Falcons thinking about signing Richard Sherman? So he read that today. You know what? I don't know. I definitely could see us getting a veteran cornerback. I was thinking that Richard Sherman would probably go to the Cowboys. That would probably be the best place for him, to be completely honest with you. You know, he gets a chance to go back with Uncle Junebug again. For everybody that don't know, ever since the season, I've been calling Dan Quinn Uncle Junebug because he's just one of those guys who always making excuses, and people always make excuses for him, just like our own. Okay, I apologize, y'all. Internet just went out. My bad. Yeah, but I think that there are going to be a lot of veterans out there that that could legitimately make a difference on this team. But I think we just got to wait for the right time to get them. Because we don't want to do like we did last year. As soon as a veteran is available, kind of like we listened to Julio Jones, signed Ty Gurley. Next thing you know, it didn't work. But I don't know what running back would have been successful in that offense. To be completely honest with you. Oh man, Ravon said they won't let me be great. So you go both a Dan Quinn that got me. Oh man. Definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah. I apologize, y'all. Sometimes YouTube it be, but YouTube got us right now. GL8 said Big Country. Trey Young said he will be on this game, this next game. I believe in him. Hawks, Falcons, Brave Nation. Okay, all right. Well, look, we're gonna need everything that we can get for. We're gonna need everything that we can get for Trey Young. Oh man, yeah. So, and that's another point, Devon. So, Richard Sherman doesn't fit that Dean Pease scheme, because if you want to run that Dean Pease scheme, it's one of those cases where you're gonna have to play man coverage, and Richard Sherman's just not that guy. You know, he's one of those cover 3 guys. He plays it, you know, one of the best cover 3 corners ever, not just in the league right now, but ever. So, you know, this Dean Pease defense basically is one of those cases where that front 7, you're going to see a lot of stunts. You'll see a lot of blitzes. You're also going to see a lot of blitzes, not just from the linebackers, but from the slot corners and the outside corners as well. And in the back end, you know, they're just going to try to keep it simple. You know, if that doesn't work, I hope Dean Pease has a plan. I hope he makes some adjustments because, look, you know, sometimes whenever you're 71, 72 years old, sometimes you get stuck in your ways. I'm hoping that won't be the case this time. I'm just hoping that he doesn't come saying, "Oh man, I done seen it all." You know, like a Young Jesus song. I done seen it all. So hopefully, you know, he can just kind of make those adjustments. You know, this is one of those cases where those defensive assistants really need to help him out because, yes, he's a legendary coach and he's been doing it and he coached some legendary defense. Dean Pease is also in the 70s, Bo. Dean Pease has seen a lot of things. Oh man. The real Terrence, he said, do I think the Falcons might get Justin Houston? Somebody actually just asked that question earlier. I think that we could get him. The fact that maybe he might want to come home as well, because you know a lot of people don't know he's from Statesboro, Georgia, down there in the 912, you know, Georgia boy, and I mean he fits the scheme. You know, he can play that end position pretty well. I could definitely see him playing inside of Dante Fowler, you know. But I also want y'all to realize too that, and I don't know if y'all be mad at me for saying this, but Jacob Tuioti-Mariner is perfect for this defense. I don't know if anybody's paid any attention to this, but Jacob Tuioti-Mariner this defense was built for him to play that end slot in this particular defense. I would love, like, if they slotted him in at end right now, I would be completely fine with that. You know, I think that he might be one of those steals that, you know, might be that guy that really works out for us. I'm hoping that that's the case. Mr. Motivator says, we need some Atlanta Falcons cheerleaders, Big Low. What in the world? Man, you need some cheerleaders. Man, go ask Dre Murphy. Coach Dre, he been getting naked with Kyle Pitts ever since January. That's the cheerleader right there. Oh, man. Y'all look crazy, man. Y'all look crazy. The Real said Kyle Pitts is expected to be the best rookie tight end of all time. He has to be advertised, especially since Julio's gone. And you know what? That's a lot of expectation, Bo. That's a lot of expectation. I mean, and because it's one of those cases where, think about it like this, guys. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. What kind of season would Kyle Pitts need to have for you to say, okay, I'm comfortable with that? Like, what does Kyle Pitts need to, like? Does he need to get 50 catches, 8 touchdowns, and 800 yards for you to say, okay, that's a good season? I'm fine with that. I just want to know. I just want to know because I've been thinking about this. Cinco Mo says, oh yeah, Tutu, he a dog. Yeah, he gonna make so. Yeah, man, he got a real good motor on him. Real good motor. That motor got some good oil in it, Bo. That dog a hunt. That dog a hunt, man. Let me see what everybody's saying. I got Bubba Gump in here chilling out with us. Coach Albert Smith chilling out with us. Much love to you, Bo. Hope you doing good. Coach Jamar, he said, where the moonshine at? Look, Coach Jamar, I don't know where the moonshine at. I know I got some water here. Moonshine? Who said anything? Who said something about moonshine? Who said that? Who? Oh man. Man, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. So let me see what everybody's saying as far as like what they think Kyle Pitts needs to do to have a successful season. For us to be like, okay, drafting him at 4, I'm perfectly fine with that. So let me see what y'all think here. What's going on, ATLGA faithful? So Stu Rock said 65 catches, 1,050 yards, and fittingly 8 touchdowns. The master jersey number, 8 touchdowns. I ain't mad at that, Bo. I ain't mad at that. GL8 says 60 catches if he's that dominant. Yes. Albert Smith said 55 catches, 7 touchdowns, 800 yards. Okay. GL8 says Kyle Pitts needs 1,000 yards and at least 10 touchdowns. Like, so y'all know that those are like Pro Bowl numbers, right? For tight ends. Like that's so and this is what I'm saying. It's one of those cases where he's gonna have to go to the Pro Bowl for him to live up to the expectations. For him to live up to the expectations, Kyle Pitts is gonna have to have a Pro Bowl caliber year. You know, Coach Devon said 60 catches, 850 yards, 7 touchdowns. I can see that. I can see that. I could definitely see that. Coach Anthony said I'm lying. What in the world? What in the world, Coach? He said the laughter gets louder and looser, the more shine going down. Much love to Coach Anthony, man. Much love to you. GL8 said that Ryan can't throw 50 yards, so Pitts will get 1,000. What in the world? Ryan can't throw for 50 yards. Man, I don't know about that one, Coach. I don't know about that one. I think he can get you 50 yards. The Real Terrence says Atlanta Falcons drafted mostly the players from the Senior Bowl, and they always captains look out for Graham and OSU. Okay. Also, young man of Faith Jamal said, "What's up, Bo? Congrats on the 1K." And what's up to the coaching staff? Well, look, thank you so much, Coach Young Men of Faith Jamal. I appreciate you for coming and chilling out with us, man. And thank you so much for that. Congratulations, man. Like, I don't know if I told y'all before, but we're actually going to do a celebration show, a 1K celebration show. Coach Rona, she's actually getting the giveaways put together right now. But yeah. Thank you so much, family. Thank you so much. Definitely. Also, if you are excited about Falcons football coming back, make sure that you do a country boy a favor. Hit that like button, or if you just think I'm a good guy, hit that like button. I promise you, I'll come and do the Watusi at your wedding one day. Also, this is your first time chilling out with us. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button, man. We get together, we chop it up like this all the time. Man. Oh man, Bubba Gump said Ryan Haters exit stage right. We don't need y'all. Man, I still think that Matt Ryan, I still think that he's a good quarterback. You know, is he the same guy that he was in 2016? No, he's not. None of us are. Let's be honest. But he's still a really, really good quarterback. You know, he doesn't see he another person like Jesus. He doesn't see it all. He's that 7 feet tall. Oh man. Let's see here. There was something I wanted to highlight. I seen it. Let me see. Coach Spencer said, Coach need to go look at Matt's stats. Tell me what you're thinking, Spencer. Tell me what you're thinking. What stats we need to look at? Keith Spencer, you let us know what stats we need to look at, man. Because look, in the coaching staff, that's what we do, man. We pull the stats up and we just kind of talk about it, and everybody kind of draws their own conclusion. Because this is one of those situations. I ain't finna If you got a different opinion from me, I ain't finna knock you. I ain't getting naked for Matt Ryan. I ain't gonna sit here and talk about Matt Ryan being the savior of the team and talk about, how everybody else who doesn't believe in Matt Ryan needs to go somewhere and kick rocks or do all kind of other crazy stuff. I'm not that guy. I call it the way I see it. If Matt Ryan had a bad game, he had a bad game. All the times that Matt Ryan whooped up on Molly Mall and the Saints, I acknowledged it. Like, man, Matt Ryan, he showed up, ate that Saints secondary alive, didn't he, Molly Mall? Y'all crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Coach Albert said, Coach Lowe, you going to see the Falcons in training camp in August? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will definitely be there, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So if you going to training camp, make sure that you look Coach Lowe up. We'll definitely be there representing for the home team all day and all night. Coach ATLGA Faithful, he said Falcons are going to use some of the Hawks' energy to make a deep postseason run unexpectedly. I'm hoping that's the case, Bo. I'm hoping that's the case. I'm definitely hoping that's the case. The Real said 75 catches, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, and a Pro Bowl. Look, if that happened, I'm good. If that happened, I'm fine with it. Miss Dirty Bird said it. Miss Dirty Bird said that she partied naked for Matt Ryan. Yeah, like Matt Ryan, I still think that he's a good quarterback. Like he can win some games, Man. I don't think that he's like at the point where like a Drew Brees was last year. Drew Brees, he could still make some throws. He couldn't make all the throws, and you could legitimately see that. I didn't want to see it happen because I just love the whole aspect of Drew Brees versus Matt Ryan. I'm definitely gonna hate that, not seeing that this year coming up, but that's sports, man. That's football. Oh man. Molly Mall said, Big Low, you telling lies. Now, Matt Ryan always stayed on the ground thanks to Cam Jordan. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Ain't nobody worried about Cam Jordan. His little levels. Ain't nobody worried about Cam Jordan. You tell Cam Jordan we'll see him in the real Mercedes-Benz Stadium this year. Oh man, I'm probably finna go to the game in New Orleans and I'm finna bring some lemon pepper wings for y'all. Like, look, this real food right here. I'm finna go eat lemon pepper wings at the fake old Mercedes-Benz Dome. Oh, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Coach Wallace said, Big Low, I'm getting naked for Matt. He's a great quarterback. But all players, yes, all players have bad games. All players have bad games. So it's one of those cases where, think about it. When Ben Roethlisberger won actually both of the Super Bowls, like he didn't have the best game. He had bad games. It happens. This year in the playoffs, in the NFC Championship, Tom Brady had a bad game. His team helped him win that game. Like it happens. Like great players have bad games. So it's just one of those situations. It's one of those cases. And what's going on, Agent Green? Agent said Davis finna throw 40 interceptions. Oh man, not 40 of them. So you finna go for 30 to 40? Man, I don't know, Agent. I don't know if y'all know my take on that. I don't know if that's gonna be the case, Agent. It just seems like the stars are aligning for Jameis to legitimately make it jump. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I can see Jameis balling out this year. If you play fantasy football, you might just want to stash Jameis on your bench. That's all I'm saying. But if you win some money, you need to send me my cut. But that's all I'm saying. Oh man. Now Keith Spencer said that it's been established that it was a piss poor coaching for that offense and defense. Oh yeah. It was real bad coaching. It was very bad coaching. Now let's do acknowledge though that even though that there was some bad coaching going on, you gotta remember that these guys are still NFL coaches. They still drew some plays up where there were people that were open and Matt Ryan didn't throw it to him. Matt Ryan threw into double coverage. Matt Ryan didn't put the ball in the right spot. And I'll be the first to admit that. Whenever Matt Ryan messes up, I acknowledge it. And whenever he does well, I acknowledge it in true coach's form. You know? Oh, man. Okay, so Ghost Peppers and anybody else, I asked the question a little bit earlier. So basically, my question is that what kind of season does Kyle Pitts have to be considered to consider for it to be considered to be a successful season? You know, and I've gotten all kinds of numbers thrown out. Coach Ghost Peppers, you know, he be on the ball with it. He said Kyle Pitts, if he had 73 catches, 823 yards, and 7 touchdowns with 108 targets, he said that's a good season. That's a good season. And I can agree with that. Now, I think that he might have more yards per catch than that just because, you know, that 4.4 speed, almost 4.3 speed, you know. But I mean, moving forward, I mean, if he catches 73 passes, I don't know. We'll just see. I think that it's one of those cases where moving forward, if they get somebody like that in open space, it could definitely be dangerous. It could definitely be dangerous. Definitely. But I want to ask y'all, everybody who hadn't answered that question, what kind of season does Kyle Pitts have to have for it to be considered a successful rookie season? For you to be like, okay, I'm glad we took this guy with the 4th pick. Because I don't know if y'all remember, it's like, think about it. Julio Jones, he didn't come out blazing out the gate. You know, a lot of times wide receivers don't have Justin Jefferson rookie years. Like Julio Jones, he didn't start showing out until that Indianapolis Colts game. You know, whenever he caught the touchdown and triple coverage on the ground. So what kind of season do you think Kyle Pitts has to have? Because y'all realize we drafted Kyle Pitts, a tight end, higher than we drafted Julio Jones. Y'all realize that, right? So my question is like, what does he have to do to be like, okay, I'm cool with this pick. I'm cool with this pick. Coach ATLGA Faithful, he asked, will Fabian be a starter on the other side of AJ Terrell this year? I think that he will be. If they don't mess around and get a veteran cornerback for that other side, I definitely see that Fabian could, because they need a veteran guy that could lead that secondary group, and I think that he'll be the right guy to do it, Coach. I definitely do. Good question, Coach ATLGA Faithful. Good question. Also, I need y'all to do a country boy favor. If you're excited about Kyle Pitts being your new tight end, make sure that you hit that like button. Or if you just think I'm a good guy, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, if you like Matt Ryan or if you dislike Matt Ryan, make sure that you hit that like button. Y'all see what I did there? And if this is your first time chilling out with us, thank you so much for chilling out with us tonight. We get together like this all the time. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button because we're going to be talking about a lot of great sports content throughout this season. Not just football, but basketball and everything else is just interesting. Oh, man. Now, man. Okay, so, all right. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go down this rabbit hole here. Man, you put me on the spot, Coach Bubba Gump. Coach Bubba Gump said, he said that Matt Ryan is the greatest quarterback ever. Okay, Coach Keith Spencer said that this is his first time chilling out with us. Well, welcome to the stream, Coach Keith Spencer. Everybody, y'all make sure that y'all welcome Keith Spencer to the stream. Much love to you, family. Much love to you. Definitely. Y'all welcome old Keith to the stream. Came to chill out with old country boy and the coaching staff tonight. Drew, he said, if the Clippers come back tonight, they win the series. Man, if they come back, let me see what this score is with these Clippers, with this old Clippers game. See what this old score is. See what this Clippers game got going on here. Oh, man, they trying to do something. They down by 13 right now. I don't know, man. I can't put Chris Paul and Devin Booker out, man. I can't do it. Yeah, definitely. Welcome, Keith. Definitely. Now, okay, so basically, well, I'm glad that you're almost home, Coach Odyssey. So basically, okay. Bubba Gump, he said that Matt Ryan is the Falcons' greatest quarterback ever, right? Woo, boy. I know we got some Matt Ryan lovers. We got some Matt Ryan haters in the chat. But you know what? We hadn't talked some Falcons football in a while. So let's just go ahead and get this thing crunk up. Who do y'all think is the greatest Falcons quarterback in franchise history? Put it in the chat. I just want to see what y'all thinking. Let's just go ahead and air the room out, Bo. Who's the greatest Atlanta Falcons quarterback in NFL history? Who do y'all think? Definitely, Keith. Definitely, man. Much love to you, Bo. I appreciate you for chilling out with us. Also, if y'all have any friends or family who might be Falcons fans or just football fans in general, because whenever we do this film study, we're doing it on everybody, anything that's interesting. Make sure that y'all share the channel with them. Don't keep a good thing to yourself. Oh, man. So let me see here. Let me see what everybody's saying. With the vote on who's the best quarterback in Atlanta Falcons franchise history. I know that there's gonna be some feelings getting brought up. So look, y'all behave yourself now. We don't get too rowdy in here. Look, we love each other in here. Oh man, so let me see what everybody's talking about. All right, so Coach Aegis, he said Matt. Dexter Vlad, he said statistically it's Matt Ryan. Coach Wallace, he said Matt Ryan is the greatest quarterback in franchise history. See, and Coach Rhodes, he'll be following directions. Y'all see this? What word Coach Rhodes talking about? Coach Rhodes said the greatest backup in Falcons history is Matt Shaw. Ain't nobody said nothing about no backups. Coach Albert said Matt Ryan by a country mile. Molly Mall said Michael Vick. Okay. Man, I'm surprised you said Michael Vick. Much as he used to burn y'all in that Superdome all the time. Man, y'all even got y'all own knockoff Michael Vick trying to like, man, Michael Vick good. Let's get his cousin. Oh man. Coach Odyssey said Ryan is not the best Falcon. Claude is. Claude, okay. He's saying that Claude's the best Falcon, but who's the best quarterback? Coach Vaughn said Matt Ryan. Yeah, I said it. That's right, Coach. Say it with your chest, Coach. James Williams said, I like Matt Ryan, but Steve Barkowski. Ooh, you took it back, Bo. Steve Barkowski, he was the one that made the Dirty Birds fly in the beginning. Yes, sir. Cinco Mo said Chris Chandler. Look, man, people sleep on Chris Chandler. Chris Chandler was a good quarterback. He was just hurt all the time. But I love Chris Chandler. I love him. The real said Matt Ryan by a long shot. It's not even close. Coach ATLGA Faithful, he says number 2 stat-wise, the most durable, consistent, and proven. Xavier said Daddy Canel. What in the world? Danny Cadell. What in the world, boy? Oh man. Jazz Johnson said Matt Ryan. Oh man. Now Miss Dirty Bird, she said, that's a hard question. She's like Ryan, Warkowski, Chandler. It's a tough question. It's a tough question. Let's see here. Space Spear said best quarterback was Vic. Okay. Now Keith Spencer said pull up them numbers, then tell who was the best. Okay. Drew said of you, say if you go by stats, then it's Matt Ryan hands down. If you go who you were taking their prime, you say Vic hands down. Okay. But thing is, though, is that we really don't know what Vic would have been legitimately in his prime. Because he was in prison at that point in time. So like we don't know what he would have done. Zico Mo said Aaron Brooks a close second. Oh man. Jason, what in the world? I'm talking about fighting dogs and chickens. What in the world, bro? Oh man. And Miss Dirty Bird said not Joey Harrington for sure. Yeah. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all my opinion. Coach Odyssey said y'all forgetting about Brett Favre. We just didn't see enough of Brett Favre. Brett left to save his life because Brett was in Atlanta wildly. Brett was more naked than Molly Mall on Magic City on a Saturday night. But yeah, I look, I gotta say it was Matt Ryan. Like I have to say it was Matt Ryan. Completion percentage, touchdowns, MVP, a Super Bowl appearance. Could have gotten to multiple Super Bowls, but it didn't work out like that. And if you just look at the dynamics of both teams, just think about it like this right here, guys. I mean, Matt Ryan hasn't played with a really good defense. He hasn't played with a legitimate, really good defense. When he did, he made deep playoff runs. But Michael Vick had some really good defenses that he played with back in the day. So it's not just statistics. It's not just statistically, but it's also just looking at the circumstances. Think about it like this: if Matt Ryan would have had that same team that Michael Vick had, I think that they would have went farther, to be completely honest with you, especially on the defensive side of the ball. So yeah, I love Michael Vick. I don't want nobody to think that I'm knocking Michael Vick on his birthday because today's Michael Vick's birthday. But I love Michael Vick. Michael Vick's the reason why I became a Virginia Tech fan. I seen him come back against Florida State. I seen him do all these crazy things in college football I've never seen before. And he ends up coming to the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know if it's one of those situations where I felt betrayed by him, not because he fought dogs, or it was like it seems like he was just doing what he wanted to do, and everything else would fall into place. It was like football was the second option. I just want to smuggle these drugs and fight these dogs, and I'm not going to practice and not going to study film, and everything else will be all right. I like workers. If I'm paying tickets, if I'm paying money for my tickets, and I'm paying money for merchandise and all kind of stuff like that, I want workers. I want guys that put time into their craft. So, never really had no problems out of Matt Ryan. So I think I gotta go with Matt Ryan. Rose City, what's going on with you, Bo? Hope that you're doing good tonight, family. Hope that you're doing good tonight. Rise up to you, Rose City. Oh man, everybody in the chat, y'all feel free to give Rose City and Molly Mall look, because I know that we're trying to boycott the Rise Up slogan. But if y'all want to give them a red and black or a Rise Up, y'all feel free to do that. Oh man, y'all look crazy. Y'all look crazy. Molly Mall said Matt Ryan would take y'all to sleep in where he knocks out like a light. There's another Molly Mall hater alert. Another Molly Mall hater alert. Oh man. Jazz said Big Low. What all this smack talk Molly Mall be? Man, I don't know what Molly Mall be on to. You know, think about Molly Mall. He's an Aints fan. You know, but thing is, I ain't got nothing but love for Molly Mall since he on the coaching staff. So it's like this is like one of the only places where you can come and like just talk like, you know, just good trash talk, but it's nothing negative. Like, you know, it ain't finna be one of those situations where like, all right, then I'm finna pull up. Like, nah, we don't we don't do that. Oh man. Man, well, much love to y'all, man. Much love to y'all. Coach ATLGA Faithful said, hey, Lo, we need a new slogan contest to get rid of the Rise Up. Laugh Not Famous might help. You know what? You're right. You're right. We definitely need a new slogan contest. Yeah, you know what? As a matter of fact, that's a pretty good idea, Coach. I'm gonna talk with Coach Roney about that. Definitely gonna talk with Coach Roney about that. But yeah, man, that's y'all are crazy, man. I can't fool with y'all. Okay, so Keith Spencer said that with this new coaching staff, he said that you can expect the change in Atlanta Falcons and Matt Ryan. He's going back to the back to that Shanahan offense, and y'all know you don't know this, Keith, because this is your first time being on here. But look, I get naked for that Kyle Shanahan, that Kyle Shanahan philosophy. I love it. I love the way we use the tight ends. I love the corner routes with the tight ends. I love the outside and inside zone run blocking scheme. The zone run blocking scheme has become so successful, especially after that 2016 season. Almost every team runs a variation of it in the NFL today. A lot of people don't realize that. Back in 2016, there are a lot of teams still running those power concepts. And for y'all that don't know, those power concepts is whenever you take a guard and you pull them from one side of the line of scrimmage to the other, you know, to engage a linebacker or a safety, to try to free up some room for that running back. But nowadays, it's like you just don't see that as much anymore. You know, you really don't see it. So it's look, it's that zone run blocking scheme. I love it, Keith. I love it, man. It gets me going. Everybody tell you, I love that Kyle Shanahan. I love that Kyle Shanahan offense, man. I love it. As a matter of fact, it's like I coached a variation of it myself. You know, Coach Ronnie put the red and black in the chat. Coach Devon put the red and black in there. Oh man. Coach Ronnie said, she said, am I the only one that still loves her? Yeah, Coach. Yeah. You shouldn't have said that out loud, Coach. You should have said that out loud. People going to judge you now. Oh man, black and red. Coach Vaughn said, y'all put the black and red in the chat, man. Y'all put the black and red in the chat. Oh man, Coach Tony Wright, he said, yeah, I said that Matt Ryan would throw touchdown passes to 11 different receivers this year. Yes, I could definitely see that happening. Definitely, I can see that happening. Let's see here. And then Miss Dirty Bird, she talking trash with Molly Mall. He said, Molly Mall, you got me flustered. Ain't never not Mr. Lights. Oh man. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Torrey Temple says that so they're gonna run the ball. So for everybody, and this is something else that I wanted to acknowledge. You know, one thing that I've seen from the actual film study that I've done about Arthur Smith. First of all, if you look at Ryan Tannehill's numbers and you look at Patrick Mahomes' numbers, last year their numbers were pretty similar. Ryan Tannehill had, he had close to 5,000 yards. You don't get yards like that from just running the ball all the time. I think that Arthur Smith, he runs the ball. I think he's one of those hat counters. And whenever I say hat counters, he's one of those guys. He's an opportunistic runner. So he's not going to just run the ball in a case where, it doesn't make sense. So he's going to make adjustments to what he sees on the field. Matt Ryan's going to have the freedom to make adjustments to what he sees on the field. So for like everybody out here that's like, oh, we just going to run the ball. Like, no, we're not. It's not going to be one of those cases where they're just going to run the ball every time. Like they're just going to run 35, 40 times a game. That's not going to be the case. And like I said, Arthur Smith is not our offensive coordinator, guys. Arthur Smith is not the guy that's going to be calling the plays. It's going to be Ragone. He's going to be calling our plays. I think, as a matter of fact, Coach Anthony said he was asking who's our offensive coach. Yeah, so it's Ragone. He was the he was the quarterback's coach, offensive coordinator in Chicago. So yeah, it's one of those situations where Arthur Smith, I doubt he's going to be the person with the play sheet that's going to actually be calling the plays. He's probably going to be listening in to see what's going to happen, but he has to manage the team. Like head coaches very seldomly call plays in the NFL. If your head coach is calling the plays, he's in a place of desperation, like Dan Quinn was last year. You know what I'm saying? Whenever your head coach is calling the plays on the offensive or defensive side of the ball, then your team got some issues. Your coach probably finna get fired. Coach Wilder says that Big Low, Arthur Smith is going to be calling the plays. Look, what I'm telling you is that a lot of people, so they have a few different variations of play calling in football. So a lot of times you might see a head coach with the play sheet, and he's probably looking at the play sheet while the offensive coordinator is also somewhere else on the sideline calling plays as well. But and you know what? I'm not going to legitimately say that he's not going to be calling the plays. All I'm saying is that as a head coach, especially you being a first-year head coach, he doesn't need to call the plays like that. I'm just letting y'all know from the experience that I have, he doesn't need to call the plays. That's all I'm saying. Keith says Arthur Smith is a play caller and an excellent one. Okay. All right, look, I definitely understand what you're saying. He's definitely a great play caller. He's definitely a great play caller. It's one of those cases where Devon said, Will Dickerson, why are you putting half moons in the chat? I was looking at that. I was like, why Rose City putting these half moons in the chat? But yeah, it's one of those cases. Now, Anthony, I remember at one point in time, Sean Payton, he was calling plays, right? And I remember one time he dialed back from it because I know that like I said, your head coach, he's managing the personnel. He's managing who's going out on the field and who's coming off, along with your assistants. And when I say your assistants, I'm not talking about your coordinators. And he's going to be managing clock management. He's going to be managing. He's going to be communicating with the QA guy to see who's looking like they're tired, who we need to run at, which side we need to go to, and all those other things as well. That's a lot of stuff to go over and call plays at the same time. Tony Wright said, yeah, Dave Ragone, he is our offensive coordinator. He was a great quarterback at Louisville in the early 2000s. Yeah, I remember that. He was a really good quarterback. Really good quarterback. Okay, yeah. So Coach Wallace said from what he heard, Ragone, he's going to be putting the play plan together. Okay. And then and basically that the play plan, basically that's your play scripts. Most of the time they have those for like the first 2 series of the game. You know, I know Mike Mularkey was great at it. Mike Mularkey and Kyle Shanahan, we almost always scored in that first series. You know, they put very good play scripts together. Put very, very good play scripts together. So look, if he can put together some good play scripts, because it's definitely important to try to score first, Bo. You got to do it. You want to hit them in the mouth before they hit you in the mouth. Look, I need y'all to do a country boy favor. Make sure that you hit that like button. If you're excited about football season coming back, if you're excited that we're talking about football, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, if this is your first time chilling out with us, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, man. I definitely appreciate it. And I want to thank y'all. I want to thank every last one of y'all for subscribing, because for everybody that doesn't know, we actually got 1,000 subscribers earlier this week, man. So much love to you. Much love from old country boy. Oh, man. Much love to y'all, man. ATLGA Faithful said he wants to see the Hawks and the Suns in the finals. Man, I would love to see it myself, Bo. I would love to see it myself. You know, we got to get past these Bucks, though. Got to get past these Bucks. The Real said that's true. When the Falcons with Matt Ryan are good, they score a lot on the first 2 possessions. Yes. Oh, yeah. Mike Mularkey and Kyle Shanahan were always good at scoring on those first 2 possessions. That's whenever you normally have those play scripts drawn up. And, you know, we are almost guaranteed to get a first down on first or second down. You know? So, look, man, it's one of those situations, man, where you kind of got to do what you got to do. Coach ATLGA Faithful said, "Hey, Coach, you say you know Shannon Sharp. Was that really him in the chat the other night?" Man, it was hard to tell, boy. To be completely honest with you, it was hard to tell. He was talking. He was talking like he was Uncle Shannon, but you know, people come on here all the time acting like they're somebody else. So I don't know. I don't know, Bo. Man. Coach Albert said most NFLs usually script 15 to 20 plays in the first drives. Yes, sir. That's usually the norm. 15 to 20 plays are the first 2 series. If that first series doesn't work, then moving forward, they'll go ahead and have something set up for that second series. After that, it's kind of a read and react situation, Bo. Coach Tony Wright said, "Low, I'm excited about our defense." He says, "I believe the defense will be opportunistic and get turnovers." Your thoughts? I'm excited about the defense. I think the defense is going to get better. I think it's one of those cases where we're going to put AJ Terrell in the best position for him to succeed. And whenever I say that is, there's going to be more man coverage. Putting AJ Terrell playing that deep cover 3 zone, I mean, it would, you know, it was like driving a Pinto on the Autobahn, boy. Like we didn't get the potential out of them that we could have got out of them. So the fact that, you know, everything is going to be a lot more simple on the back end, and we're going to be mixing things up on the front end on that front 7, I'm excited about that. I'm definitely excited about it. And, you know, I'm sure we're going to be blitzing him a little bit along with the slot corner and the other outside corner as well. I'm excited about it. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. So, yeah, I think that we definitely have a chance to get some turnovers. Definitely more turnovers than we got last year. Holloway 812 chilling out with us from Twitter. Y'all make sure that y'all check us out on Twitter as well. Twitter handle is @Big Low Kuntry. It's spelled with Kuntry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm from the country. Anyway, he says that excited to see Pitts and Hurts in the red zone. Hopefully, Matt trusts Pitts like he did Tony Gonzalez. Well, that's good. That's going to come with time, Coach. Now, maybe they get in training camp and you see some things where you be like, oh, man, I didn't think he was going to catch that one. Like, oh, okay, all right. Man, I'm going to try that again to see if it works. If it's one of those cases where he just comes in a training camp and just blows it out of the water, then we might have something going on. James Williams said, was there any talk of Oliver moving to safety? Well, I'm going to tell you something, Bo. I don't know who remembers this, but I said last year around week 4 or week 5 that Isaiah Oliver should be playing free safety in the NFL. He has the body type. He has the mind for it. He has the willingness to tackle. He doesn't have the top end speed to play on the outside corner spot. So I said like around week 4 that Isaiah Oliver should have been a free safety in the NFL. Now, from what I'm seeing, I heard that it's one of those cases where they're talking about moving them to free safety. So if they do, I think that it would be a good move for him. It would definitely help his career out for the long term, and I think that it would help the Falcons out as well. Because he doesn't need to be lined up on the outside. He played a lot better in the slot, but he don't need to be on the outside. That ain't the move for him. If you don't believe me, go back and watch that Seahawks game. Of course, there ain't too many football players that can run with DK Metcalf. I mean, let's be honest. Oh, man. Keith Spencer said, once again, Dean Pease is a beast. Hey, boy, he's a beast. He's a dog. ATLGA Faithful said, I will say, I think Peyton is one of the best coaches ever. If anyone can help Winston, it's him. But I don't think Winston is that dude. Too much butter, butter on the fingers for the crab legs. Oh, man. So did anybody see the training video that Jameis Winston, his training video that he was doing, the guy with the boxing gloves? He was going around the dummies. Jameis looks like he's working hard, man. So I think that if anybody could help him with those turnovers, I definitely think that it's one of those cases where it will be Sean Payton. And, let's be honest, like, Jameis never really had like a really, really, really good running back. Like Doug Martin, but Doug Martin was sometime, but Jameis didn't have like that legitimate dude. He didn't have that really, really, really good running back and offensive line that could get him 100 yards. He also didn't have a guy that could catch passes out of the backfield like Kamara as well. So, I know that it's the popular thing to say that Jameis Winston, isn't going to be successful. But I'm just saying, like, I'm looking at the circumstances, and I'm the kind of person that I just call it like I see it. Like, I think Jameis might do something. I think they might do something, Bo. Coach Albert said, if you move Oliver, what do you do with Richie Grant? Well, we don't know if Oliver would start in one of those safety roles, or it might be one of those situations where they run the big nickel, and whenever they run that big nickel, Oliver could be one of those guys that be playing in the slot as a safety. So that could be the case as well, because if you look at that film study that I did, with basically where we were comparing Richie Grant to Ed Reed, and look, I'm not saying that Richie Grant is as good as Ed Reed. I'm just saying if Dean Pease used Richie Grant like he used Ed Reed, like there were situations where they were running, that big nickel, and that cornerback actually dropped back to play half of the field, like they were running cover 2, but the other safety was coming down and covering the flat. So it could legitimately happen. It actually works with Isaiah Oliver's skill set, because all year last year he played cover 3. So it was perfect. Oh, man. Albert Smith said Winston, he threw for 5,000 yards on a bad Tampa team. Yes. Yes, and that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you know, that Tampa team, they didn't have no defense. He had to force a lot of throws. Rose City said Jameis had to throw in Tampa. In New Orleans, he don't have to do all that. Alvin Kamara gonna tote that rock. Yes, and you know, Sean Payton's gonna have him checking down. So moving forward, it's one of those situations. Coach Tony Wright said our corners are number 1, AJ Terrell, number 2, Fabian Morrow. In the nickel slot corner, you think it's going to be Kendall Sheffield. For that dime, 6 defensive back will be Darren Hall, nephew of Aaron Hall. Oh man. And Holloway 812 says, I think Oliver will play slot. Richie is a really good fit on those intermediate coverages. Yeah, definitely. And Coach Albert said, I'm getting naked for Richard Grant, y'all. I ain't getting naked. Look, I just being completely honest with you. I didn't want Richard Grant. Y'all know who I wanted. I ain't even got to say it. I'm pretty sure y'all put it in the chat, but y'all know who I wanted on the squad. I ain't even got to say Richard Grant's name. Miss Dirty Bird said, Jameis threw 5,000 yards yesterday to the wrong team, too. Oh, man. Coach Tony Wright said the safeties are going to be Deron Harmon, backup, Jalen Hawkins. Then he says free safety, Isaiah Oliver, backup, is going to be Richard Grant, depth at that safety position also. So he thinks that, you know, your boy, he thinks that Oliver might be starting. You know, I think Richard Grant might start. You know, this second round pick. You could legitimately go. You could legitimately go with that big nickel, and you know he could legitimately play nickel, and that could cause more confusion in your backfield because you'd be like, okay, well, which safety's dropping and which safety's coming forward? You know what I'm saying? A12 says that if Oliver starts at safety, we messed up. Oh, it's no problem, Miss Dirty Bird. You talking about the yards. There ain't no problem. So Coach ATLGA Faithful, he was saying, the safety that I wanted in this NFL draft that I was talking about, that I did in all of my mock drafts, I wanted that dude, Andre Cisco. And it doesn't stay the same. Sometimes I get a little lonely. That's who I wanted. I feel like Andre Cisco is going to be a Pro Bowler. I think he's going to be a Pro Bowler. Oh man. Sicko Bo said, go ahead and sing it one time, Coach. You hadn't said it since the jab. Yeah, I wanted Andre Cisco. These are the times we always fall. Oh man, yeah, Andre Cisco. Yeah, he ended up going to Jacksonville, but I really wanted him. I really wanted him. But look, I'm not mad at having Richie Grant. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. I think that he's going to be a good player as well. Definitely. Holloway 812 says Jamar Johnson from Indiana. That was the guy that, man, he fell like a rock, didn't he? I was like, man, what's going on with Jamar Johnson? Why he keep falling down the draft board? Jay Murphy said, Coach Lowe, we know that you were getting naked. I wasn't getting naked for Andre. If anybody was getting naked, y'all, it was Coach Dre. Coach Dre was getting naked for Kyle Pitts. Every time he come on the stream, hey, y'all, we still getting Kyle Pitts, right? I'm like, man, come on, Coach. No. We finna trade down. We finna get Andre Cisco. And he ended up not going in the first round. Oh, man. Now, Coach Wallace, he says that he thinks that Grant is the better player. Man, I don't know, Coach. how many games did he play? I think he played like 14 games in college before he got hurt. And then he caught like 13 interceptions. He led the league, and he led the country in interceptions for a long time. Great instincts, great range. He can get from one side of the field to another. Good tackler. I really liked him. I know that the knock on a lot of these safeties, a lot of people say, well, this guy, he just got burned a lot deep. Well, I be doggone, Bo. Every safety gonna get burnt deep. Like, that's just something that scouts say whenever they don't know what else to say. Stanford said, "Oh Lord, somebody call the police on Maul. He about to go streaking outside with no coat." Oh man. Y'all are crazy, man. Coach Jamar said, Coach, you was getting naked for Andre Cisco. You was getting naked for Trey Young at the Atlanta Hawks. Coach, you just getting it. Man, I ain't getting naked for Trey Young at the Atlanta Hawks, man. You just upset because you were naked and y'all lost to Trey Young and the Atlanta Hawks. So if everybody don't know Jamar, he's a Sixers fan, and y'all should have seen him. Sixers, they won. Jamar, he was on the street getting all naked. I said, "Hey, Coach, look, this is a family show. You can't be getting naked on here." And then it was like whenever the Hawks beat them, they beat them in Game 7. Like, he was sitting there naked with a disappointed look on his face. I'm like, look, Coach, you want to be naked? You might as well be happy while you're naked at the same time. Don't be sitting here breaking my mood down. You naked and you sitting here looking disappointed with the lost face on. I can't fool with y'all, man. Oh man. Jazz Johnson said, Coach Lowe, score prediction for Hawks and Bucks Game 3 tomorrow. Ah, man, that's a tough one. So I know that the Bucks, I think they led the league in scoring this whole season, scoring almost 120 points per game. So with that being said, yeah, baby, yeah, let me re-up. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get me a little bit. Coach Ronda gotta mix me up a little bit more moves. Water. Yeah, get me some more water. Yeah, but yeah, I know that the Bucks score about 120 points a game. So with that being said, I know that the Hawks are going to come back and they're going to score. Thank you so much, baby. I really appreciate it. You treat me so fine.
You treat me so fine.
Baby, you treat me so fine. For everybody that's entering the stream, I do want to let y'all know that this might be water and it might be moonshine. What's in my cup is in my cup. It might be water, it might be moonshine, but if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. But I'm going to say 110, 107 Hawks. I'm going to go ahead and call it. We'll go ahead and call it. Coach Albert said he getting naked for the ice tray. Oh man, my mom said, Big Low, that ain't water. They putting secret stuff in. Coach Ronda putting secret stuff in your cup. Oh man, that's why I'm feeling so good. Oh, GLH, he says, Miss Dirty, Matt is a company man. He does what they say, and that's the downfall. Okay. Well, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. We done seen one extreme and the other. If I'm paying money to deal with a team and to buy merchandise, I'm a season ticket holder. I want the company guy as my quarterback. I'm sorry. Maybe that's me. Maybe I just don't like the bad guy. But if I'm investing in the team, I want the company guy. I want the guy that comes to practice and does what the coaches tell him to do. I don't want the guy that sells drugs and fights dogs and all kind of stuff. Tries to and flips off the fans and tries to smuggle marijuana through the airport. I'm sorry. I love Michael Vick though. Let's believe I love him. Oh man. Y'all are crazy. But yeah. I think that the Hawks might get that W. Nuka ATL said, "What up, Big Low? Listening live and direct from Toronto. What's going on, Nuka? Much love to you. Hope you're doing pretty good tonight. Much love. Thank you so much for chilling out with us from Toronto. Everybody, y'all make sure that y'all welcome Nuka to the stream. Nuka ATL. Definitely. You already know we're gonna keep it real. You already know." GL8 says Mike Vick would have won that Super Bowl country with that lead. Well, let me tell you something, Bo. And like I said, you heard what I said earlier. I love Michael Vick. I became a Virginia Tech fan because of Michael Vick, right? Still am a Virginia Tech fan. I got Virginia Tech pajamas that I sleep in almost every night. I got like 3-4 sets of them. With that being said, now, a lot of people say that the Falcons would have won that Super Bowl if we would have had that lead in the Super Bowl. Michael Vick would have won. I got some news for you, Bo. Now, look, I just want you to close your eyes and open up your heart when I tell you this, Coach GLA. Close your eyes and open up your heart now. Listen. We wouldn't have been in the Super Bowl, Bo. We would have been in the Super Bowl if Michael Vick was the quarterback at the Atlanta Falcons. We would have been in the Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. We wouldn't even been there. Michael Vick needed the defense. We wouldn't have been in the Super Bowl, and we wouldn't have been ahead in the Super Bowl if Michael Vick was the quarterback at the Atlanta Falcons at that point in time. So we can't really say that would have been the case. We can't really say that would have been the case. I'm just being honest with you. Just being honest. Jared Porter, what's going on with you, Bo? Hope that you're doing good tonight, fam. Hope you're doing good tonight. Definitely. Much love to you. Let's see now. Molly Mall hater alert. See you talk about somebody. You know what? Molly Mall, you need to find you a good nude beach. You need to find you a good nude beach where you can just get naked as much as you want to. We don't want to see you naked, Molly Mall. You get naked for the Saints and everything. Molly Mall hater alert. GLH, he said, but he almost made it, country. We lost to the Eagles. So look, he almost made it to the Super Bowl. See, we're using a lot of ifs, ands, would've, coulda, shouldas. Almost. Like he almost made it to the Super Bowl. That's why the Falcons didn't win the Super Bowl, because we should have done this if we would have done that. You know, the fact of the matter is that I don't think we would have went to the Super Bowl if Michael Vick would have been on that team. Cinco says, I got to agree with GLH. Matt does have that golly G Willikers demeanor. It does get annoying. Ryan is the man, but he's a robot. Well, look, let me ask you something, Cinco Mo, and I'll just be honest with you. This man to man, right? If you had a franchise that gave you what is it now? Like $300 million? Will you be golly G Willikers too? I know I would be golly G Willikers all day. Now I can't say that because my head would have got too big, and I probably would have been like, "No, we're not doing that. I'm the guy." So I you know what? I can't say that, Coach. I retract that statement. You right, Coach. I look. I acknowledge when I'm wrong. All right, Divine. Much love to you, Bo. We hope that you do. We hope that you stay safe, family. Hope that you stay safe. But yeah, I see what you're saying, Seiko Mo. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I wouldn't like in that Super Bowl. I'd be like, nah, we just gonna run it. I deal with the consequences later. What you gonna do? Cut me next season? Like what? What you gonna do? You just gonna cut me? I'm fine. We're just gonna run it. I want this Super Bowl. Miss Dirty Bird says, okay, just Shanahan on the cussing the coach, but I read he does not cuss out the players. Oh, well. I can't say nothing about that, Miss Dirty Bird. I can't say nothing about that because I cuss out my players. I can't say nothing about that because I give it to him. I give it to him. I started out coaching in middle school. Hey, I curse them out just like I curse out grown men. So everybody be like, but coach, you seem so pleasant on the show and everything. But it's like, well, totally different on the show than on the football field. Wait a minute. But Dirty Bird said he does cuss. Oh, okay. He does curse out. Okay, I got you. Yeah, sometimes people need to be. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, sometimes they need to get it. Oh man, y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy. Molly Ball, he is in a rare form tonight. I guess because we haven't done a Falcon show in a while. Molly Ball, he's just feeling it. Molly Ball's just feeling it. He says that Matt needs to curse out that turkey he always on. Okay, all right. He's also gonna curse out that end zone that he's in that he's in all the time too. But he just burning the Saints' jaws off this season. DeMar said, Coach Lowe, we'll give y'all Ben Simmons, but Trey Young, John Collins, Clint Capella, Kevin Hurd, and Cam Reddish. Nah, but we good. You can keep Ben Simmons. Y'all can keep that problem. We don't want Ben. Nah, we don't want Ben Simmons that bad. Nah, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna get rid of him though. Much love to you, GLH. We love you too, fam. We love you too. Anthony said, I ain't gonna lie. Best Matt moment ever seen the INT trying to tackle and the major stiff arm going to the turf, man. Man, y'all ain't gonna let Matt live that down, man. That was a nasty stiff arm, though. I was like, oh, is he okay? Man. Woo, well, look, man, I ain't finna hold y'all on here too long. I just wanted to top it up with y'all, do a little pep rally. Look, I know that we hadn't talked about any Falcons football. Hold on, wait a minute. I apologize. Wait a minute. Ghost Peppers, always with the breaking news. Like, what in the world? Ghost Pepper says, breaking news, according to Ian Rappaport, James Winston got locked up for a pistol whipping. For pistol whipping a Mr. Krabs mascot, said he couldn't take it anymore, and it was too much crab meat to resist. Oh man, you a fool, boy. I can't fool with you. Oh man, well look, man, I appreciate everybody for coming on and chilling out with us tonight. Look, make sure that you hit that like button before you leave. Also, if this is your first time chilling out with us, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down there. I promise you hit that subscribe button, I come and do a mean two-step at your wedding one day. If you're excited about football season coming back, hit that like button. Or if you just think I'm a good guy, hit that like button. We're gonna be back tomorrow after the game. I hope that we have a nice, happy, joyful stream after the game. After we get this Hawks W. But in the meantime, I want y'all to stay safe out there. Don't do nothing that I would do. I guess in the meantime, until we can figure out a new slogan, rise up, 8 times down. Y'all stay safe, man.